Right. Here we have more Amstrad Action. Continuing on issue 47. See, we get these all done, hopefully. Except we've got a couple of multi-event games. This can take a while. But first we have Silkworm by Virgin Games, $9.99 cassette, $14.99 disc, joystick or keys. Peace through superior firepower, a motto that will serve you well in the world of Silkworm. Forget subtlety, forget style, just thrash and trash. Missiles are in unlimited supply, and as luck would have it, so are the enemy. The world has been ravaged by two small nuclear wars. The politicians of the world finally see sense and scrap their apocalyptic arsenals in favour of conventional weapons. Naturally, the generals wanted something in exchange for the ability to vaporize a planet. They demanded thousands of tanks, planes, and assault helicopters until their bullets and bomb power matched that of their fission heyday. After years of relative peace, however, these lovable chaps in green got bored of just playing soldiers and have launched a coup to topple one of the major alliances. Thing is, if they take power, they will give themselves back the bomb, which could prove to be a pretty terminal situation for everybody. These dogs of war must be stopped. Fortunately, a few weapons scientists have escaped from the army, bringing with them a small number of experimental helicopters and war jeeps. All that's required now is one or more volunteers to take the battle to the enemy and try to kill the top brass before they have a chance to toast us all. Your mission is simple. You're to fly through enemy lines and attack the command copter, in which the generals reside. The first few waves are easily dispatched with fancy flying and driving and continued use of the trigger. Just so much missile fodder. Each general, though, has a variety of special defences that must be avoided or killed to get to him. Every level features plasma mines intended to destroy the jeep. But this is something that actually plays into your hands. If shot, these mines release a cloud of gas, which can protect either vehicle from oncoming foes. If two of these mines are exploded and both clouds caught, then the chemicals react together to create an explosion, effectively smart bombing the whole screen. Some generals have large Death Star satellites that take repeated shots before blowing up. Others have tanks parachuted in just to add to the fun. Most levels, though, share one chief nasty, a gooseneck battle chopper. These helicopters fly onto the screen as 6 component parts and are invulnerable until they assemble, and are still virtually indestructible when joined together. They only have one weak spot, the eponymous gooseneck, where the cabin joins the main body. Heavy-duty blasting is required to get that one lucky shot, and life is an awful lot easier in two-player mode where more angles and more shots means more chances. When a gooseneck chopper is finally shot down in flames, roast goose, lovely. You can gain double firepower, strictly necessary if you are to survive the whole level. After picking up the extra blasting potential, it soon becomes apparent why it's needed as onto the screen scrolls the biggest helicopter you ever did see. This is the general's hideaway, and the thing is not only hard to kill, but has a mean selection of armaments to back up its threatening visage. Huge exocet missiles are sent after the chopper, ball mines are dispatched to bounce the jeep to death, and homing missiles are launched to mop up anything they miss. With the special weaponry and 2 players, the first few command choppers aren't too tough, but lose your extra firepower and or your partner, and the whole thing becomes a nightmare. Having finally killed the enemy in a series of blinding white flashes, you're transported to the next level, where the whole sequence is repeated in faster, more densely packed form. Tooled up as you are with double shots, you start to think, is this as hard as it gets? Just wait, no sooner do you start to feel cocky, then jets literally scream on in kamikaze runs. These boys really move, and quick waggling becomes a matter of utmost importance just to survive, let alone amass points. The screen is always action-packed, and the graphics are bright and move real fast. In 2-player mode, The suppressing fire you can lay down is truly glorious. The helicopter best for attacking ground targets and the jeep airborne. Also, it is a shoot 'em up that's very easy to get into, the first few levels being reasonably easy to survive, if not beat. It makes no claims to be innovative, just good clean blasting fun, a claim it lives up to admirably. First aid target score, reach level 3 solo, reach level 6 as a pair. Second opinion. Though ultimately it's a very limited kind of game, Silkworm has enough going for it, especially in 2-player mode, to make it worth a try. It's no classic, but it's no dog either. Green screen, smooth as silk. Floats like a butterfly, stings like an Apache AH-64A. I've been playing too much gunship. Right. Bang goes the piece playing. Hang on to your hat, chaps, we're going in. Right, the verdict. Right, verdict. Graphics. 83%. Detailed and speedy sprites. Huge end of level chopper. Sonic 64%. Okay explosions. And more fizz than fire for the gunshots. Grab factor 79%. Easy to get going. Staying power 65%. Gets repetitive. Little level variation, just more enemies. AA rating 72%. Simple but splendid. With a little more complexity, Silkworm could have been even stronger. Huh? Let's get started then. Alright. We'll first get onto one little tiny problem with the game is it's that it doesn't have a one-player option as such. This keeps getting helpful. Alright. Yeah, start the game. Right. Let's start the game. Capture it. That would help. There we go. And we can start. And you see, you can choose which controls for each player. You cannot choose one player game though. I don't know why, but produced by Random Access, programmed by Nigel Brown. This is music, I think. Right, let's start again. So yeah, no one player option. Start with both players. We'll just play as the helicopter. So you can stay there until he dies. Okay. Oh! Okay, don't get too close to that. Fab. There we go. There he is. Oh, jeez, he's so ahead of me. Oh, jeez. Isn't that annoying? Yeah, the way we've... You can get those. It's good. Blinding. Flashing warning. Oh god, he's got missiles! Oh, he's a bouncing ball. Huh? There's a lot of shots these things are taking. Oh. Game over. Well, maybe one more try. Can't pick up these from the tank. Can't shoot through them either, just a thing. What? That hit me? Really? I disagree. Oh, they're coming in by parachute. Oh! How are you supposed to avoid that in time? Rogers. How you avoid those? No. Don't think we've got any further. So the game gets hard on wave 4. Anyway, that's Silkworm. Move on to the next game. Stealth Pilchard, he's back. Skate or Die, Electronic Arts. $8.95 cassette, $14.95 disc, joystick or keys. Let's meet and greet, folks. Surf punk Lester, a man born to ride the sidewalks of his customised Dayglow board. His worldview is simple: skate or die. Middle ground is not a phrase in his vocabulary. Decked in luminous jams, baggy t-shirt and mohawk haircut, the guy lives the part. The question is, do you join him on his crazy downhill charges, jousting in an empty pool and performing ridiculous tricks on a ramp? Skate or Die offers boarders 5 ways of living on knife edge between wild fun and serious physical damage. Show out on the ramp, doing freestyle or high jumps, race through back streets, fighting with Les, or sort out who's the boss in a face-to-face showdown in the joust. You can even, if you're really sick, opt for a downhill race with jumps, hurdles and tunnels, a novel way to cripple yourself permanently. The freestyle arena, with the high jump and tricks option, is the most exhilarating on offer. You build up momentum and start to fly. All manner of stunts can be introduced to the routine and to gain points. Hootle off of the screen? Hey, why not? Into the sky, spinning like a top, arms casually flung above your head. Grab the lip of the ramp as you shoot past and pivot during a 360, or simply balance on the strip as you sprawl to the centre, your deck smashing into your knees. No permanent injury is ever sustained, this being software and all, so you're soon back on 4 wheels. You can use joystick or keys to tell your guy what to do, but only in the loosest fashion, as he invariably does what he wants anyway. Having only a certain repertoire of moves, your skater is never going to pull off any great mould-breaking jumps. The same applies to the high jump set in the same arena, but lacks the fun of throwing yourself upside down. All that's involved here is repeated rolling and then launching for the stars. Got bored of air sickness and progress to other stages, and the schizo nature of the game soon reveals itself. Continuity? Forget it! The switch to racing against Leicester is accompanied with a change to monochrome. Downhill requires a great degree of luck to get obstacles lined up, as well as good judgment to avoid the many dangers. Jacks fighting on skateboards while rolling through a deserted alleyway is much the same with different backgrounds. But you do at least get a better class of crash, such as the wire fence, which neatly slices you into bite-sized chunks. The final stage, though stages can be played in any old order, is the joust, in which you face our boy Les and a couple of friends, Guy, know what I mean, in a head-to-head. Ultra-violence on wheels is what it should be, but it ends up, or down, as a rather confused game of pass the baton, follow the leader. On some levels, there's a goofy foot feature, which, hey, get this, inverts the direction-control relationship. Quite what this is supposed to represent is unclear. It's no fun at all to be completely out of control on and off your board, and the only result is the inevitable crash. It's frustrating, and by no means a challenging modification. Skate or Die is chock full of good ideas, but obstinately fails to deliver on all but one of them, namely the freestyle. Ultimately, what it lacks is a coherent personality to bring out the humour that's so obviously there. It could have captured, and on the trick section does capture, skateboarding's going for broke spirit. Bitty structure erodes this fast, And while the game is bound to sell in droves because EA have cashed in on the current skate craze, the conceptual effort could have been more fruitfully implemented. First day target score, 10,000 points on tricks. Skateboards away. It's easy this, anyone can do it. Wild Bunch. The characters responsible, if that's the word, for Skate or Die, Michael Kosaka, Stephen Landrum, and David Bunch, are self-confessed Wild Bunch, about whom nothing is known beyond a few strange and worrying facts. They list their hobbies, wackily, as bare-handed jackal hunting and sculpting rodents out of ceramics. Oh dear, you should remain in your homes until the apprehension of these people have been announced. Emergency services have been alerted. Second opinion. For what might have been. At times, Skate or Die really does get off the ground and become airborne, only to be brought down hard by monographics, poor sound, or the bizarre lack of consistency in appearance and gameplay. And what's with this goofy foot stuff anyway? I've long been one of EA's biggest fans, but this one never gets above mediocre. It looks like a troubled project and plays like one. Green screen, you're not missing out on colour. The verdict, graphics, 47%, a pick and mix of graphic styles. Sonic's 37%, underwhelming. Grab factor 64%, great idea and fun for a while. Staying power, 27%. No depth for repeated play, many stages but little variety. Unlikely to be a favourite. AA rating, 48%. If this is skating, I'd rather die. Okay. Alright. Alright. Electronic Arts, Skate or Die. Mike Talbot, Tim McCarthy, Doug Thrower, Richard Cheek, Sarah Day. Correct 989, Electronic Arts. Kinetic Design. Here's a boy Lester. Head fighter, select control. So, got a pointer that just says skate or die, that's it. Couldn't have had an arrow or something. Combo moves, score big. Have you done your homework first? This ain't no library, go skate. Bag big points for rad moves. Shut up and skate. Do your folks know what you're doing? Have you met my dear boy Lester? I thought you were Lester. Come on, move, score big. Have you done your homework first? Are these just an order? Okay. I only keep the best high scores here. Bad Mel, Bad Betty, Bob Bale, Banger, TJ Goofy, Bad Foot, Dead Good, Biojack, Rodney, Sid Slam, Rad Pup, Ollie OK. I think those scores look a little wrong there on the high jump. Or is it something else? They look a little wrong. Use this buffer in the pool joust. Sign in here for compete. Getting serious, so go compete. Quit your yakking and go practice. Does this thing over here do anything? Nope. just practice. So joust, downhill, jam, high jump, freestyle. Oh, freestyle's supposed to go that way. Skating to ramp event. This is supposed to be the best part, so we'll do that first. Then we can be disappointed by everything else. Skate or die. Practice. No idea how the controls work on this, so. It's not really getting high here, are we? I have no idea how that works. Well, that gets back up on the thing. Try again. Score 3,723. Try again. Sure. Oh no, he fell off. Oh. Oh. That doesn't work. I think it's less points. This is supposed to be the best event. How many more tricks can we do here? Oh, there we go. There's some height. Oh. No idea how I got the height. Oh, here we go. Whee! Some height. Oh, we made it. Oh. How did we do that? Oh. Can't we not touch that? Scored. Well, we got one nice big high jump and well, that was it. Okay, we'll move on. Whatever the next event is. Gotta load the thing back in though first. Gotta select our control again. Go practice. High jump. So if we can actually get a high jump, it's probably going to look exactly the same. Yeah. Game over. Try again. I don't even know what height I got. It's, oh, oh, damn it. This is a bit harder than I thought it might be. Game over. Try again. I don't even know what height I got. It says 0. Jeez. Ooh. There you go. 8'4". Okay. We'll move on to something else. Practice. Go the right way. Controls confuse me. Skating to the jam. Turn disc. Skate will die. Now we're monochrome, all right. Goofy foot. What am I doing? Controls. There's a music. Oh, hang on. Okay, I think I've got something here. Up to go forward. Just keep going down. Still can't turn. Turn it faster. Oh, well. Oh, this is awful. You barely control it. And through the gate we go. Whee! Get sliced up. Turn. Turn, you moron. Turn. Oh, got a drunk dude. Game over, try again. Goofy foot, regular foot. Might be better. Oh, it reverses up and down. That's what goofy foot and regular foot does. Oh. Oh, tripped over a box. I have no idea what's going on. Can you not turn around while holding down? That seems stupid. Yeah, you can't turn around while holding down. Oh no. Oh, other direction. Other direction. Okay, you can punch trash cans. God damn it, his controls are awful. Game over, try again. So, yeah. How about no? How about no? Turn disc. Switch the disc again. Did it just crash? Oh no, here we go. Right select control. Okay. The downhill. Skating to the downhill. Turn disc. Turn disc. I'll fit that disc again. skate park. Practice. Hope these controls are better. Goofy foot, regular foot. Regular foot. Okay, left and right work fine. Oh, look at that skull! Oh. Can I go faster? Forget it. It's dead. Oh, it's dead. Go home. Okay, trip to this little box thing. Finish. Forget it. So is this the finish or not the finish? Okay, it is the finish. Bonus 1600. Try again? Sure, we'll give it another try. Turn, 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 turn. Oh, we went the right way at least. No bales. What? How did I get over there? Where's the box? Right. Price 1,728. That was a lot faster. Well, it's a downhill. One more event to do. Turn disc over again. Fire it select control. Alright, go practice. Joust. Sweet, getting to pull event. Turn disc. Practice. Select your opponent. Poseur Pete. Aggro Eddie. Lister. Assume this guy's the easiest. No idea how this works. Okay, I'm the guy with the thing at the moment. Spin, spin, spin. Well, I've got the thing now. Come here, you. I lose a point. Oh, I gained 4 points. I don't know how the scoring works. Whose points are what? Ow. Tie. Ow. Here we go. Ow. Yeah, just keep going. Score is 0. Just keep going. Oh. Want to play again? No, not really. So yeah, that's Skate or Die. Doesn't really do much, does it? uh, so yeah, we'll move on from that. Alright. Next game. Xybots. Domak Tinjin. 9.99 cassette, 14.99 disc. Joystick keys. The air is charged with burnt ozone. The blaster cannon is red hot in your hands, while in front of you lies a twisted, smouldering Xybot. Major Hardy casts a wry smile at you. Only good Xybot is a dead Xybot, he mutters. No time to rest, though. There's too much metal to melt. And so off you charge into the smoke-filled corridor. Do you feel lucky, Bot? Go ahead, make our day. Captain Ace Gunn and Major Rock Hardy, daft names or what, are raiding a Xybot base. The mission is to kill the Master Xybot and wreak as much havoc as possible along the way. A straight firefight is out of the question, since Xybot Land is a confused mass of mazes and teleport systems. Stealth and tactics are more effective than brute force, but you've got to be ready to stand and blast in critical situations. The first few levels of Xybotsville are mapped out for you at the top of the screen to help you find the Tin Men and the exit. Later, this map is drawn as you venture around, vaporizing bots, which only really helps in retreat. Alongside status boxes, constantly flashing news to you of imminent demise and weapons info. The maze feel is enhanced by using split-screen perspective graphics. Your guy chases off down the corridor and the whole room moves past him. He can easily, except in combat, be turned to look around corners and on unknown levels. Both parties can split up and share information. It's really confusing to watch as your mate steams past you as you catch a glimpse of yourself from his angle. Remember, you too can be hurt by the other guy's shots and not just the bots. Xybots does have a few twists to justify wholesale destruction. Firstly, you've got to collect the various items left lying around in the place to improve your chances of a long and happy life. Secondly, to beat increasingly nasty Master Xybots every 3 or 4 levels. Most importantly, you need to find the energy capsules vital to life. The energy limit, effectively your time and hits counter, runs down real quick, and it's necessary to pick up supplies along the way on the larger levels just to cover the ground. Some bots are more difficult to kill than others, armoured up and only exposing themselves when shooting you. Huge blue bots roam around and, while easily killed, they've powerful cannon. Some Xybots come at you on suicide runs, wiping out vast amounts of life energy if successful. Sundry other surprises include walls which open when unlocked to reveal large numbers of trigger-happy androids breathing oil fumes in your face. As usual in this sort of war zone, someone's out to make a quick buck, and yet more weapons shops have been opened up to tool up nutters on the rampage. There's money to be made in supplying the bloodbath trade. First Vindicators, then Forgotten Worlds, and now Xybots Central. Everything can be bought for a price. Enormous coins are left around by zapped Xybots for you to pop into your piggy bank and save toward a stronger shield, guard mapper, or what you will. The 2-player option confuses matters, but also adds a new dimension to play with the ability to outflank enemies. But of course, the same is also true for the boys in the tin. Things get mean out there in the bot country, and you can never take things easy. Lasers are always screaming in from distant bots, and new style machines constantly rear their ugly bonces, forcing you to discover how on earth did you to go blow to pieces. An exceptional arcade conversion in its accuracy, Xybots falls short of the mark. No programmer can convert a coin-op and make it brilliant if the coin-op falls short of the originality department. Xybots in either form, CPC or arcade, is exciting for 20 minutes but dull after an hour. Running around and roasting robots is passable fun, but it doesn't hold up well for long. even with tight time and energy limits to inject tension. Xybots does have one saving grace. When the game gets dull, you can always turn rogue and surprise your partner with a few stray shots. First day target score 70,000. Major rock and roll. The 10-gen connection. Domark's much vaunted 10-gen label is proclaimed as the new name in coin-op conversions. First out of the starting blocks a few months ago was Vindicators, an AA43, which was deservedly master game. Other projects on the boiler for later this year include APB, which stands for All Points Bulletin, and Tubin. With 2 excellent conversions, Xybots limited only by the mediocrity of the original, we look to be in for a real treat if the Domark boys can keep up the good work. Vindicator is the first 10-gen Domark release. Second opinion. These guys walk like they've spent the week on a horse, which is true to the arcade. In fact, everything about this game is as arcade-like as possible on the CPC, which is a pity because I was never that crazy about it. Green screen, still smart. The verdict, graphics 82%. They keep that original flavour. Game screen complex but clear. Sonic 75%, eerie atmospheric tune. Grab factor 61%, controls are strange to use, but the best solution to a tricky problem. Staying power 69%, loads of levels to hunt around. Kill and collect is all there is to do. AA rating 76%, quality conversion of an average coin-op, only as good as its parentage allows. I don't think they were fans of the arcade game somehow. Oof. Man. Okay. Let's go. Oh, it's one of these. Xybots. Correct. 999. 10-gen. All rights reserved. Tech software again. This is music. Z80 by Beat Costas. Sexual Blow by J Trip. Why were you mentioning this version though? Xybots. Alright, let's go. Done 11 energy. I don't even know what shot me. And yeah, it did. It did not take long. It just blasts you as soon as you unlock the door. Do we have to continue? Do we have to continue? Can we not continue? Oh, let's play 2. We do the whole stage again. Well, we don't actually, but... Can we quit? Oh, jeez. You can't see what they shoot. That's weird. Warp 1 bonus for using Warp. You now have 75,000 points score. Here we go. Here's our first detail score. Now you gotta wait for the other player. I don't even know what these keys are. ZX P and L apparently. What happens if he goes out the stage 1 warp? No, you use the warp as well. So, 25 bucks. Slow energy. Is that power? Shot power. 9 bucks left. More slow energy. Bit of shield. Shots hurt other players. Loaded. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, we're over there. We're in the center of everything here. Money. Plowing and just sit there and do nothing. More money. Okay. Turn. Thank you. Yeah. Well, there goes a fair amount of life. There's nothing here anyway, it's a dead end. Oh, I do have one key. Oh, the other player died. Life, I could use that. Oh no. And I'm dead before I got to it. Continue. Let's go. Oh, some guys shooting at me here. Okay. We gotta get in there somehow. Well, these walls must be destructible. It's not that one apparently. Oh, it's this one. Turn around. Get the key first. Holy. Okay. Get the money. There's nothing in here. Money. Hopefully another key. Well, I've got one other key. And open the floating door. That's another key. Here we go. Just locked door, just floating in nowhere. Ow! Jeez, it does so much damage. There's the exit. So the question is, how are we going to get in here? One of these walls must be destructible. Not that one. I'm dead. Doesn't really matter, because you're dead. So yeah, you're losing far too quickly. I think that's a thing in the arcade version as well. Anyway, we'll leave it at for that now. Let's move on to the next game. Alright, next game. We'll go with Jerry Anderson's Thunderbirds. I'll go. Thunderbirds, the computer game. You have joined the world's famous international rescue in 4 race against time graphic adventures. You must prove your abilities to Mr. Jeff Tracy. These include Mind Menace, Subcrash, and the bank job, and a final climatic meeting with your arch enemy, the Hood, in Atomic Terror. Can you solve the puzzles in time? Can you help Brains, Parker, Lady Penelope, and all the international rescue team in 4 dangerous missions? The world is waiting for international rescue. Yeah, okay. Available on Atari ST and Amiga, $24.95. C64 Amstrad and Spectrum Disc, $14.95. C64 Amstrad and Spectrum Cassette, $12.95. The games. Summer Edition. Epic's $9.99 cassette, $14.99 disc, joystick or keys. Tension mounts as athletes crowd the arena. Bang! They're off, with a deafening roar of the crowd ringing in your ears. Then the TV packs in, and the excitement is gone. Not so, I hear you cry. What about summer games and winter games? And now, The Games by Epix, available now from all good software shops. This latest edition is slightly and somewhat belatedly based on Korea 88, and bears perhaps not unexpectedly a remarkable likeness to the other Epix sports sims. There are 8 events and nice opening and option screens. The events include archery, velodrome cycling, don't worry, I'd never heard of it either, diving, hammer throwing, hurdles, pole vault, rings, and uneven parallel bars. The options include practice, disc only, review world records, or go right in and compete with up to 7 other players. The opening ceremony shows a map of Korea and pictures of its culture, while a sickening tune plays throughout. Diving is great fun, especially trying out different variations. The diver can be made to spin, swan dive, belly flop, or indeed do all 3 and more. The only problem is that it is difficult to see where you ought to land, which can make for an interesting landing. Next is the velodrome, a sort of cycling up the wall against an invisible opponent. Yes, really. It requires a good deal of waggling and great deal of patience. It's rubbish. The uneven parallel bars are like diving, with numerous easily mastered moves. Having said that, all I could manage was to push off the joystick and hope it didn't fall off. I fell off. The rings are the hardest event, and I did some more falling off before I could get properly started. But you can perform several moves, at least that's what the instructions say. Hammer throwing requires technique, or the hammer wraps itself around your head. Hurdles is good, but hard. You don't have to waggle too fast, it's more a case of accuracy. This probably explains why I can only do 2 more somersaulting and two before somersaulting and looking dizzy. Although pole vault has been done numerous times before, this version is as good as they get. You build up speed by waggling rhythmically as the man runs towards you, and then you see him vaulting sideways on. Archery is my favourite. You pull back the bow by pressing fire, then you take aim. A great deal of experimenting is needed at this stage. Finally, you let fly by pressing the fire button again. Then it's time to see how you did and work out what went wrong. Having competed in all these events, it's time for you to receive the medals and listen to the sickening tune again. This is only the second epic sports sim I've played, and I must say I enjoyed it. The instructions are well set out, and the diagrams in chalk talk, as the playing tips are rather cleverly called, are especially good. Inevitably, there are bad points. The odd duff event, in this case velodrome cycling, and the fact that it's a multi-loader. Overall, though, the games is well worth investing in if you like this format, or you're just beginning to build up a software collection. It may not occupy your screen forever, but it's fun while it lasts. First day target score. Try not to fault when you vault. Alistair Swanee, 14, wrote this review while with us on a week's work experience, in between giving the AA office the best tidy up it's had since Trent lost the disc with a whole month's games review on it. Second opinion, undoubted good value in that you get 8 different events in one multi-loading game. Worth it if you don't already have any similar compilations. Green screen? No bother. The verdict, graphics 82%, lots of colour, very detailed too. Sonics 45%, the odd highly realistic beep. A sickening tune. Grab factor 68%, you have to wade through the instructions. After that you can't stop. Staying power 73%, you can continue to improve. AA rating 71%, to be kept for a long afternoon. Alright. Let's get that set up then. I should look up the instructions if we need it that badly, I guess. Winter edition? Game Summer. It's the Game Summer edition. Let's see. French. Oh, there's an English version. 1 French, 2 Spanish, 1 English. Thankfully, we have an English instructions. Alright. Now we can start up the game. Ooh, run this. Alright, let's go. The game, Summer Edition. Look at this dude. Play controls, joystick 1, joystick 2, keyboard to find keys. Joystick 1. Play 2 controls. Yeah, you can have joystick 2. North Korea, South Korea, okay. Oh, Korea. This is Korea. Games Summer Edition. Trademark. Parade Epics 1988. That just stops. Control. Lift goes down. Oh. All of a sudden it works. Okay. Start archery because it's apparently good. Set the game's disk side B and press fire. Next player, contestant. No. Oh, jeez. Missed. Oh, look at that wind just... The wind just changes direction in an instant. It's a 4. Total score, 7. Play again? Sure. We'll get a little practice in this. Whew. Huh. High. It's 5. We're getting better. Oh, there we go. 9. Seven. Total score, 21. Play again? Sure, we'll give it one more go. Nine. Three. Oh. For the wind was going the other direction. 9. Total score, 21. Oh, wait, another one will go. Oh. 5. 2. Wind is ridiculous. It changes on a whim because. Eight. Total score 15. Okay. On to the next event. Hey, let's get the cycling out of the way because it's supposed to be terrible. This guy. Press 1. Tournament. 2 players. Computer opponent. 2. Okay, here we go. Oh, he's still even if I'm using far more power than he is. That's what it appear to be. How many laps do we have to do? So I'm getting tired here already. My fingers are getting tired. Okay, that must be last lap. It's too tiring. It's tiring. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. Oh, he's catching up. What? Wait, what? I'm confused. Player 1, 2688. Player 2, 5216. Okay. Practice again? No. We'll move on to some other event. This will be diving, right? This event, diving. See how this works. Let's read the instructions on this. It might help. Diving. Moving the diving wheel. Press and hold the joystick button while moving the joystick to the right to bring the wheel away from the pool. Or to the left to bring it closer to the pool. Whatever that means. Forward dive. So diver moving to the left. The several steps the diver will bring in his jump. Spring on. Okay. Swan dive. Press the joystick up and then down to enter the water. Normal forward dive. Move the joystick left until the diver enters the dive and then pull the joystick down to enter the water. Especially pull the joystick down to enter the water. Forward somersault, press the joystick left and release just before the diver makes a complete somersault. And then pull the joystick down. Backward dives. I don't think it really helps much. Let's go. Ugh. 10, 1.7, 10, 7.6, 7.3. 1.7, what a... Someone's blind. Ten, 1.7, 9.0, 5.5, 6.5. Oh, 0.8, 0.0, 3.8, 2.4. Final score 162. Practice again, sure. Oh, well, that must hurt. Ten point oh, 1.7, 8.6, 5.5, 7.5. That second judge is never impressed. That was terrible. One last go. We can wow. Oh, we go. And do back dives. Oh, that's a height. Oh, there we go. 10.0, 9.1, 9.8, 5.5. It's that one judge, huh? And 8.6. Final score 222. Practice again. No. Next event. This will be fun. Next event, uneven bars. Uneven parallel bars. Whee! I'm doing whatever this is. I'm just pressing buttons, see what happens. Just pressing buttons and it does stuff. Total exercise 1.6. Stumble on dismount. Mount value too low. Too few bar changes. Are you sure? Okay. Too many moves on high bar. Never happy. I'm not sure how the controls need to move, change between the bars. The blue text is really, really hard to read. $3.5. Okay, had enough of that. Had enough of that. Rings. Set games decide B again. Oh, we just let go, idiot. Zero. He's sure. He just lets go. Okay, we gotta read up these instructions, that's for sure. Let's see. Rings. Joystick controls. Move the joysticks at different rates of speed to simulate the strength and control you need for this game. The amount of exertion you give the joystick will depend on how difficult a particular ring movement is. For instance, you need faster action on the joystick for the iron cross movement, since it requires much more strength than a straight hang. Follow these steps to play. The opening screen shows the gymnast hanging from the rings. You have two move possibilities. Quickly move the joystick handle left and right. The gymnast will go into a front lever position. Quickly move the joystick handle up and down. The gymnast enters a straight arm hang position. Choose the next series of moves from the tree diagram. Oh my god, it's got a diagram. Diagram of possible event sequences for rings. Oh boy. Let's see this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. It's not gonna confuse anyone. Not at all. Never gonna confuse nobody. Okay. Okay, got him up. Oh. Let's just go. 0.6. Woohoo! This is hard. 0.8. Guess we're making progress. No. That didn't take long. This is hard. This is confusing. Oh, we got upside down. Let's. Oh, we did flips. Oh, oh, it's dead. Okay. Give it another try. Oh, dismount. Oh. 1.1. But it still sucks. One more go. We're doing flips. Whee. Flips. And down. Point 0.8. We suck. What have we got left? Still got 3 more events left here. Hammer throw. I think that's what that is. Hit the button. It helps. Next event, hammer throw. Oh, bonk! Oh, he's dead. Ow. Oh, you go. Oh no, he's bonk. Okay. This is interesting. Oh, bonk. Let's read. Keep back to the instructions here of this. Hammer throw. Joystick controls. Press the joystick button to enter the spin phase any time during the warm-up sequence. Increase the hammer travel using the spin during the spin phase by moving the joystick in a circular anti-clockwise direction. Press the joystick again to enter the revolve stage, where the competitor rotates his body as he revolves the other hammer above his shoulders. When the competitor has reached his top spin speed, press the joystick button to release the hammer. Okay. Do we have to continue the anti-clockwise movement during the spin bit? I don't think so. It doesn't say to. Oh, jeez. This guy's got multiple concussions. Nope. 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 Blonk. Probably not be using joystick for. Should I be using keyboard for this? Oh, he threw it! He threw it! He threw it! Bonk. Look at the balloons. The balloons in the air for reasons. Yeah, he's happy. He's jumping for joy. 30.01. Okay, we don't have to play it anymore. We've got to throw in. Alright, we've got 2 events left. I think this is pole vault. This will be fun. I think the last one is hurdles. That might need some waggling. Right, height 16 feet. Oh. He's going here eventually. Get there eventually. Oh. Oh. Well, let's look up these instructions too. Then pole vault. Pole vault. Follow these steps. 1. The opening screen shows a pole vault mat. Press the joystick button to start. The height you are attempting appears in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. Move the joystick up or down to move the bar to the correct height and press the joystick button. In practice play, raise or lower the bar to any height you wish. In competition play, don't place the bar lower than the last successful jump. Press the joystick button once more to begin your run. Move the joystick left and right and time with the athlete's feet in order to increase his speed. After the pole touches the box, but as late as possible, move the joystick up. Lift and twist his upper body over the bar by moving the joystick to the right at the top of his flight. He will fall to the mat, either clearing the bar or knocking it down, depending on how successfully you've executed the movement. Press the joystick button again for the next attempt. Alright. So 16 feet is the lowest anyway. Well, that didn't work out so well. Taking a sweet time here. Oh. Yeah, that's better. And we didn't get over. Failed. Practice again, sure. The last bit again. Look at the last bit again. Lift and twist his upper body over the bow and then joystick to the right at the top of his flight. To the right. Hey, here we go. Perfect. That's exactly how it's supposed to be done. Up the height a bit. It's 17 feet. Oh. Feet. Oh, she's going. Oh no. Dawdle to it again. Having that in time is not always easy. We got over somehow. There's no 18 feet. Go straight from 17.9 to 18.3, huh? Fine. I'll slow down again. Damn it. Nearly got over somehow. How high do we dare go? 19 feet. Oh, that's too early. Final height 1709. Progress. No. He's got the hurdles to do. Next event, hurdles. False start. It just immediately starts. Do I have to hold the button? Disqualified. Oh no! Go, man! Ouch! Oh, that's just it. Oh no! Oh, survived. Oh no! Ouch! Oh no! I don't know how you time it. It's dead again. Dead. Oh, no. I anticipated that too much. Nope. The other dude never makes any mistakes. Oh, no, no. Nope. So there's any seasoning for the noodles. Screen shows hold the joystick button. If the staying gun before releasing the joystick button, the start through rating. You should speed with the joystick left and right faster in time with the runner's feet. It's that thing again. Approaching the hurdle, press the joystick button to jump. If your runner is out of step, you will stumble or fall over the hurdle and be disqualified. You don't get disqualified if you tumble over a hurdle, really. If I remember, you can get up and continue on. If you hold the joystick button, you'll get a longer jump. And you'll, okay. But you'll tire more easily. So you finish jumping over all 10 hurdles, speed through the finish line. Okay. Oh, I forgot that. Oh, this makes it even more difficult. Okay. Hey, this looks so awkward. Blah, 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 blah. Where's the other one? Oh no, this is the finish. Final score 28.64. Probably the slowest 100-meter hurdles ever. 110 meters, I guess it is. Yeah, done enough of that. But yeah, that's all the events. What is this? Oh, this is a menu. But yeah. View world records. Just gives you the names of them, doesn't tell you what the records themselves are. It's handy. Anyway. Leave it at that for this game, finally. On to the next. Next game. The Super Scramble Simulator by Gremlin, $9.99 cassette, $14.99 disc, joystick or keys. Never, never, under any circumstances, trust a game with the words Super and Simulator in the title, my granddad used to say to me. He would never have been taken for a ride by Super Scramble Simulator. The race against the clock is split into 5 sections, each containing 3 different courses to test your skill as a rider, leaping massive obstacles in a single bound. Trenches, though only 6 inches deep, throw you completely. Go too fast and you're in the grass. Too few revs and the engine dies between your legs, leaving you literally over a barrel. But disappointingly, no bodies fly and no machinery is smashed. If you can't be a rubberneck, what's the point of motorsport? Gameplay is tricky and slow, with controls too closely grouped. Everything is done on the joystick, and since simultaneous actions are often required, life is not easy. Graphics are functional and unimaginative. As usual, Ben Daglish did their marvellous music for HATE. Has put together great audio track, but $9.95 for an audio tape is just too much to ask. First day target score, clear 5 stages. Sing an opinion, neither an original game nor imaginatively handled. Full price, forget it. Green screen? Suppose so. The verdict, graphics 46%, unexciting. Sonics 84%, superb tune as you'd expect from Ben D. Dull sound effects. Grab factor 22%, far too fiddly. Staying power 43%, plenty of stages, but that's not enough to grab anyone. AA rating 39%. I've had more interesting headaches. Oh no. Okay. Okay. This is another bar CP one, isn't it? Oh no. Got this loading system. Off we go. Super Scramble Simulator, Gremlin. Joystick or keyboard. Keyboard controls are Motocross Simulator, Conversion ARP software for Gremlin Graphics Limited. Programming Tony Porter, graphics John Harrison and Tony Porter. Sound Ben Daglish. Best times for each course. Oh boy, there's 15 stages. Original idea. Copyright Magnetic Fields Limited 1989. Oh. Original idea. The idea's not original. To be quite honest, this game's pretty much ATV simulator. But more awkward to control, you can imagine. Let's get started. Let's actually play the game instead of listening to the music. You're dreading it, I'm sure. Number of players, 1 to 6. I'll press 1 and just... Alright, up and down. Change it. Player 1, enter initials. Other than letters. It'd be a no. Get ready. Select the course. Easy section. Press fire and ready. 3, 2, 1. You stalled the bike. Penalty 5 seconds. How do I move? Oh, there you go. You skidded. Lose 6 seconds. You crash on your back wheel. You sure? You crash on your back wheel. Penalty, 7 seconds. You crash on your back wheel. I disagree. I did not crash. Okay, here we go. Time's running. Time's already out. You're out of time. Game over. Oh, that's terrible. Try again. Take the course. You stole the bike. Long hill. Stole the bike. You went too fast and fell off. soon. You're out of time. This is so stupid. The ATV simulator is a lot more... a bit easier than this was. I stole the bike again. I stole the bike again. Well, that was fun. Actually, 5 seconds I didn't need to lose. You hit an obstacle. That was an obstacle, apparently. Oh! Crashing your front wheel. You're out of time. Game over. Try again. Try a different stage, perhaps. You went too fast and fell off. That was too fast. You went too fast and fell off. That was too fast. You're kidding me. Crash on your front wheel. This is stupid. You're crashing your... What are you supposed to do? What? What are you supposed to do? We'll go past it. Oh, did we finish it? We finished it somehow. For all these penalties. This is the easy section. an obstacle. How are you supposed to avoid that? That's an obstacle. You think that wouldn't be a problem? How do you avoid this? Oh! Oh! That's how you do it. Okay. It makes interesting controls now. You went too fast and fell off. You went too fast and fell off. You ran out of time. Oh, first one again. You skidded. Progress has been made. Best times for each course. You do best time. Look at that. You do the best time. Three, two, one. Oh, you skidded. I skidded apparently. Taking this easy. How stupid this is. It went too fast! That was too fast! It went too fast! It went too fast! functioning front wheel. Ran off the cool. Ran off the what? Stole the bike. I don't know which controls it. Controls are awful. Controls are absolutely awful. Absolutely awful controls. Give me ATV Simulator today. Back to the magazine. I think that is all of the reviews this issue. Inside Out, Part 3 of Stuart McCall's series, poking around the inside of your CPC. Your CPU architecture. Microprogram control unit. Some nasty language. In a discussion of the CPU, I've used the terms processor and central processor unit interchangeably, and indeed you'll find that normal precise computer boffins do the same. There is, however, a fine distinction. A processor is comprised of a number of registers and the digital functions that implement arithmetic, logic, and shift operations. The central processor unit, on the other hand, is the name given to a processor which incorporates a control unit. You'll find, too, when reading computer literature, it is riddled with the terms machine cycle, clock cycle, and instruction cycle. And it's important to understand the distinction. A clock cycle is the amount of time it takes to execute a single micro-instruction. A machine cycle, or memory cycle, is the length of time it takes to transfer a word between the CPU and memory, or vice versa. A machine cycle is comprised of several clock cycles. An instruction cycle is the length of time it takes to execute the instruction stored in the IR. It is composed of at least one machine cycle, the opcode fetch, and perhaps several other data transfers. Can you work out why, for example, a microprogram multiply or divide routine invariably executes many times faster than the corresponding machine code program? However efficient? No? Well, look at figure 3. Every micro instruction, such as add and sub, is executed in a single clock cycle, which is many times shorter than the time it takes to execute an equivalent machine-level instruction. Here's your figure 3. I'm sure it will all make sense. Michael Gorge, could you manage this, Rockstar? Go skate or go home. Note this competition was devised in the absence of the AA team, who were all off practicing falling off skateboards without doing permanent damage. Bit of a nuisance this, writes Ollie Alderton, AA art editor. Normally, I spend my time trying to tidy up the awful mess Steve, Pat and Trent make of their pages. Frankly, this job's more trouble than it's worth. However, I'm sure you don't want to hear about my problems. As I say, that's my usual job. But now the lads have actually gone off and left me to write this page all by myself. Apparently it's all something to do with something called skate or die. At first I imagined this must be something to do with a choice between a fish and a hairdo. But it turns out it's a skateboard game from Electronic Arts. Steve said something about it being reviewed on page 53. The last thing he said before he disappeared was to take some photos. So there you have it. That's me demonstrating the skateboard equipment. Fortunately, you can't see the bruises from this angle. There's 2 sets of this complete Pacer skateboarding kit, and that includes a skateboard. Well, you look pretty silly trying to do it without one. Elbow pads, knee pads, helmet, and hooded sweatshirt. Large people, however, should be aware that the helmet and protective gear are a little on the small side. And for 10 unlucky losers, there'll be an EA t-shirt. One each. It won't be fair to share one between you. Get your entries on a scenic postcard or the back of a sealed envelope before 31st of August to AA's Gone Skateboarding, Future Publishing. And I suppose that's it. Is that all there is to it. Blimey, it's easy, this. Oops, hang on a minute. I forgot to tell you how to enter. I'll make it dead easy. If you read the review, just tell me who the 3 guys who wrote the game. Conditions of entry. Employees of Future Publishing Limited and Electronic Arts and their relatives are not eligible to enter this competition. Sorry, bro. Entries to be received before 31st of August become the property of Future Publishing. Judge's decision is final and no correspondence will be entered into. Entry implies acceptance of these rules. You can't be held responsible if you win the competition, fall off the skateboard and brain yourself. Take care. Type-ins, more nail-breaking typing practice with Pat McDonald. It had to happen sooner or later. Jen Skinner from Denmark has answered the cry of help for Mrs. R.L. Neal of Romsey. Mrs. Neal asked for a program that would let her print out Mode 0 screens in glorious Technicolor on a Star LC10 color printer. This program, as written, produces perfect copies of Smart 2 pictures, Robert Buckley's Smart 2 being the art program included on the AA37 color tape. The file name, in line 370, must be edited to the name of the picture, and the program does take a few hours to finish. Few hours? If you don't know what these funny bits and brackets at the beginning of each line are for, look at typewriter in AA45's type-ins. Hint, you're not supposed to type them in. Discourse 4. This month's Heroes Engine gets a demonstration of at the capable hands of James Wilson. Oh, going through this again. Heroes algorithm to approximate the square root of a number. Subscription. 12 action-packed issues. $17.95. Oh, the price has gone up now. Oh. Type index. It just tells you all the type-ins I've had over the various issues. Thanks to the archivist extraordinaire who compiled this mammoth index, your handsome reward to the tune of £50, sweet music indeed, awaits you. Unfortunately, oh the embarrassment, we've lost both your name and address. Well, look on the bright side, at least we're not responsible for transporting nuclear devices around the country. Which is just as well, really. Whoever you are, get in touch so we know where to send the moolah. By the way, if anyone else is thinking of undertaking any kind of AA index, get in touch with us first. We'll tell you whether it's worth doing, and if so, how we'd like it done. Type-in index continued. If like us, you spent many happy yet frustrating hours with the Oliver Twins' Treasure Island Dizzy, you'll appreciate some help. And here it is. We've had dozens of letters offering maps, tips, hints, playing guides, and warnings. So rather than giving all the credit to one person, we've given them all together and commissioned an artist to turn your work into a rather tasty map you see before you, and the additional assistance over the page. Good luck, me hearties, and if you can't escape now, you never will. Treasure Island Dizzy, the map. Drop Spade. Yeah, you drop the spade right there. Artwork by Emma Collins. Magic wall of water. Yeah. Do not jump in here with or without the snorkel. Cheat mode. Ooh, RB Hardies and all that nonsense. Dizzy tips galore. A terrific Desert Island Dizzy guide continues with this collection of playing tips gathered together by Trenton Webb from your numerous letters and maps. Thanks for your help, and your reward is to know you've helped all those other captive Dizzy fans escape from that darn desert island. What's a treasure island? Just sat on the box, doesn't it? Hints and tips. Yeah, we've already played through the games. We've played through the game before, so we know everything anyway. G10 Limited. Quandam. What is quondam? Huh? Wanted, your programs. Have you written any commercial quality games or utilities? Are you competent at Z80, 6502, or 68000? Do you want to make money? If the answer to the above is yes, then First Buy Software wants to hear from you. Insider dealing. Even though he was on holiday, sun-addled Phil Howard still somehow managed to file a third part of his hacking series. So there I was, lied out by the pool, sipping my Rondell Semi-Sicko and wondering what I could tell you about protection systems which would be useful and interesting, and yet at the same time not compromise the magazine's anti-piracy position, nor get myself into deep water. Meanwhile, in deep water, some teenage revelers were playing the ludicrous ball game and sending sprays of cold water down my bronze lobster pink back. I never knew journalism was so tough. Anyway, back to reality, something that many systems use, and that is ideal for the protection of data, is one computing funds fundamental building blocks. The logical operator XOR is widely used in the encryption of programs and program loaders. Not only is it one of the prime tools available to the protection writer, it can also be used by the amateur to encode their own data and programs, so it is well worth looking at. To understand XOR's explication, it is necessary to have an idea of the way it works. Bulls rush in. Ooh. I don't think we'll go into that much detail with this. Romantic Robot's controversial multi-faced device. Hardly the pirate's pal, but certainly the hacker's helpmate. Actually, that's exactly what it looks like. Nothing. It's a black box. It's black. You can't see it. Desperate for a poke? Try this. Stay tuned for more hacking secrets in next month's Insider Dealing, featuring Phil's amusing suntan. Oh. Hey, Jacko, could you manage this rock star? Hey, buy a guide. It's well the same thing we've had in the last few issues. Nothing much new here. Afterthought. Is it a bird? Is it that corny old headline everyone always uses? Well, yes it is actually. A while back, eagle-eyed readers will recall we were privileged to review Microprose's Airborne Ranger. It merited a massive 90% on the old AA ratingsometer. And to celebrate, we teamed up with Tetbury Terrors to bring you the chance to win a day out to remember, including a flight in the Microprose Piper Cherokee. Tons of entries flooded in, and when the time came, first out of the AA competition dustbin was Christina Gibbons from Bargoed. She brought Carl Harrison with her, who by a strange but genuine coincidence was the author of the prize-winning letter in Reaction last month. Microprose PR person Martin Moth, 23, young, free and single, and you can see why, took them around HQ and allowed them to plunder the massive warehouse. Just wait till Wild Bill hears about that. Staring under the weight of every CPC game Microprose has ever done, Soccer 3D Pool, see this issue, Gunship, Times of Law and many more, t-shirts, mugs and posters, they were led to a waiting car and chauffeured Claire Gardner, who took the pictures too, by the way, to be driven off to G-Omps, the Microprose Piper Cherokee. Neither was the petrified Ed allowed to get away. After a flight that took in some spectacular and lunch-repeating views of Bath, home of the stars, and also of AA, Christina said that it had been terrific. Everyone at Microprose was really great and went out of their way to be helpful, and the flight, spectacular view, but I'm not keen to repeat the experience soon. Lucky Prose runner Christina and friend Carl, together with ashen-faced Ed, adding up the typos from a recent issue, 45 and counting. I hope Carrie's better at these controls than he is at Airborne Ranger. Christina and Carl keeping their heads when all about them are losing theirs. Still using that boring old cowboy picture? Yep. Dear news agent, please reserve me a copy of the Fabo September Amstrad Action due out on Thursday, 10th of August. Save Shoe Leather and subscribe to AA. That's right, Soul fans. Now's your chance to cut down on the old foot slogging by taking out a subscription to your favourite read. And while you're at it, why not subscribe to AA too? Let your fingers do the walking back to page 29 for this wonderful opportunity. And remember, an AA in the post box is worth 2 at the newsagents. Here's a t-shirt. Still get the t-shirt. You still get highlighter pins. Just what you've always wanted. Human Hughes International Soccer. The best soccer game since Matchday 2 in Football Manager, with diving headers, free kicks, throw-ins, goal kicks, corners, penalties, and even barging. How more realistic can you get? You ain't played footy on your CPC till you've mastered Emlyn. AA June 99. AA Cup winner rating 93%. Fun School 2 from Database Mandarin. $6.95 tape, $8.95 disc. The Teddy Bear for under 6s, Frog for 6 to 8 years old, and Robot for over 8s. They kept those characters for the 2 sequels later on. Jerry Anderson's Thunderbirds from Grand Slam. Calling International Issue. Play the game and listen to the theme on the audio tape. Stormlord from Houston. Special action. Now's the time to take special action. Captain Blood, SDI, Daddy Thompson's Olympic Challenge, The Vindicator, and Driller. 5 all-action chart busters jammed into one special pack. Daddy Thompson seems a little bit out of place in this lot. Maybe it's just me. And Driller, solid 3-dimensional landscapes like you've never seen before. Thanks to Treescape, it feels like you're actually there. Interact with weird alien mechanisms, avoiding the Keta's defenses, and gain access to its many sections of the moon. Mithril. Experience Driller and Treescape in action. A new 3-dimensional reality. Crash. The Vindicator. If you've spent hours developing your trigger finger, here's a game to pull it to the test. It's all action. CPC Silver Award. CPC Computing. Each level has a high standard of graphics. The Vindicator is an excellent game. Crash. SDI. The graphics are great, with fast-flowing backgrounds and smooth, speedy sprites. I now know what I would do if the 5-minute warning went off. I would play SDI. FAB. Computer Games Week. Daddy Thompson's Olympic Challenge. Excellently animated with some great backdrops. Daddy Thompson's Olympic Challenge is first rate. Another gold medal winner from Ocean. A crash smash. Crash. And Captain Blood. To sum up, bloody excellent. The graphics and sound are excellent. An intelligent strategy game. Yours Sinclair. Amstrad Commodore Spectrum cassette $12.99, $17.99 disc. Fun from Down Under that will have you standing on your head. It's a New Zealand story. Taito's arcade hit pounces onto your micro screen with a burst of zany action. Wally Walrus has captured his tea. 20 of Joey Kiwi's friends from the New Zealand Zoo. Joey? When did they name him Joey? And if Joey can't rescue him all by tea time, they'll be stuffed, served, and swallowed at Wally's table. Joey has to search Wally's domain, which is just how you would expect it to be. Fat with danger. Armed only with a bow and arrow, Joey can accumulate more weapons along the way. Beware of the malicious rabbits, boomerang throwers, deadly frogs, blood-sucking bats, and many, many more villainous creatures. Spectrum $8.99, Commodore and Amstrad $9.99, Atari ST $19.99, Amiga $24.99. Yeah. That's the end of the magazine.